Is 2021 a good year to launch an airline? Well, according to the people at Breeze Airways, that's a yes. Their CEO joins us to tell us why. And joining us now from Park City, Utah is David Neelman. He's the CEO of Breeze Airways and the former CEO of JetBlue. David, thanks so much for coming on.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
So I want to start with the elephant in the room here. Seems like a weird time to start an airline. Why now?
Well, we started this before COVID, and obviously what we saw was there were a lot of airlines that were pulling out of small and medium-sized routes or forcing customers to go through hubs, and so we just saw a lot of markets where we had direct nonstop service where you didn't have to connect through a hub. And now, as COVID, we're getting through COVID and in the middle of COVID, it's just even more attractive to be able to do that, to be able to just hop on a plane and go for an hour and 15 or an hour and 20 minutes, as opposed to, making a connection and taking 3.5 hours to do it, because you've got masks and you got all the stuff you have to deal with. But you still want to travel, you still want to get away. So, it's not ideal. We wish it never would have happened, but, we're making the best of it.
Well, so you are a budget carrier. What kind of makes you different than other budget carriers?
Well, about 95% of our routes today, we have 39 routes. We have no nonstop competition. So if you want to go from Huntsville to Charleston, if you want to go from New Orleans to Canton, Akron, if you want to go to all these places, we're the ones that can take you there. And, our kind of mantra is we'll get you there for twice as fast for half the price. So it's just a huge advantage that we have over our competitors. And we're really not even competing in a sense. We're competing with the couch and maybe, the outdoor barbecue or, some kind of get together, because, what we really have is something that stimulates traffic, 10 to 20 times in a market from the existing traffic that's there today, because of the convenience and because of the fare.
Can you tell me a little bit about the flying experience? What can passengers expect if they get on one of your flights?
Well, we kind of bill ourselves as the nicest airline. So, we're gonna be nice. But even before that, before you get on the airplane, we've got a very user-friendly app. Instead of waiting on hold for a call center for 4 hours, maybe you can send us a message. We get right back to you if you have a question. You can book, change, cancel, or do anything. So our technology is amazing. We like to say we're a technology company that just happens to fly airplanes. And then you get on, you have nice, friendly people, and the flights are short and quick and really great. We're rolling out a system where you can, on your handheld device or on your iPad, you can watch movies as well for free. So it's just cheap but cheerful and really amazing. People love flying on Breeze.
Well, so you mentioned short haul flights, so you're not exploring anything from like the east to the west coast or so on.
It's a good segue. We just announced yesterday that we're going to have, we're adding it to our fleet number of our 220s. So our Airbus A220s, we had ordered 60 of them firm, and we just announced that we've added another 20. Now the 220 is a different kind of airplane that we're flying today. Our first one comes next month. We'll be flying them towards the end of the first quarter or maybe early second quarter of next year once we get all the certifications with the FAA. But this plane will be flying long haul. It's a much different airplane. It can fly 6-7 hours. And so we can do a lot of flying between cities that don't have nonstop service. There's even more, the longer you go, there's more and more opportunities for a plane like the Airbus A220.
What about COVID protocols? A lot of airlines, that's kind of the big debate right now. United just made the announcement last month that their 67,000 employees must be vaccinated to essentially work for the airline. What about you guys? What are your protocols?
Well, first of all, we believe that natural immunity matters and it counts, and it's easy to get an antibody test. So for, our people were saying, yeah, you can either get vaccinated or you can show us an antibody test, or if you don't want to do either one of those, then you have to be tested weekly just to make sure that you're COVID free. So we're more flexible than United. But I think the big thing is this antibody test. I got mine yesterday. I went down. It took me 5 minutes. I got a really strong score of antibodies. And so, it gave me peace of mind and confidence.
Okay, David Neeleman, CEO of Breeze Airways, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.